What sets apart the most visionary, timeless, and inspiring companies from those who are merely successful? Contrary to what you may guess, it's not great leadership, ideas, or timing. Built to Last by Jim Collins examines what lies behind the extraordinary success of 18 visionary companies and which principles and ideas they've used to thrive for a century. Companies that not only made the leap from good to great, but also sustained remarkable success over a significant period of time. In his book, he discusses the core philosophies and behavioral mechanisms that visionary companies use to reach long-term success. Built to last philosophies. There are several underlying philosophies that set visionary companies apart from ordinary companies to create phenomenal success that lasts decades. Clock building, not time telling. Visionary companies' long-term successes do not come from a great idea or a charismatic visionary leader. Rather, companies need to learn how to manage, adapt, and continuously grow regardless of who is running them and regardless of what the product or service they are selling. Their ultimate creation is the company itself. By focusing on organizational design rather than a specific idea or a unique market opportunity, visionary companies build enduring institutions that outlive specific product lines. Tyranny of the or and the genius of the and. Visionary companies do not limit themselves to the tyranny of the or, the idea that you can only have A or B, never both. A common assumption is that you can only have either change or stability, not both. Instead, visionary companies find ways to embrace the genius of the and, the idea that you can have A and B. Collins believes that this is the best perspective to have and the one that visionary companies adopt, such as having profits and purpose. More than profits. Visionary companies pursue both profits and ideology. It's clear that in order to continue and to succeed, a company has to be profitable, but it's not the only goal for a visionary company. But they also chase meaningful ideas, the bigger picture, things that are inspirational and influential. Just as in life, oxygen, food, water, and blood are completely necessary, but they are not the point of living. Same goes for profits. It's necessary, but not the primary motive for running a business. Preserve the core, stimulate progress. Visionary companies have a core ideology. It is part of the identity of the company and it is fixed. Things like products, strategies, and even goals will change over time. The core ideology of a company is a result of its core values and purposes. The big why and the driving reason behind the company's existence, something beyond profits. A visionary company has a relentless drive for progress, to explore new places, create new things, achieve new goals. It has to be able to change and adapt, and if it refuses, it will simply cease to exist. Visionary companies embrace both its core and progress by translating them into concrete, tangible mechanisms that are deeply infused into the organization. Observable behaviors and mechanisms. To translate philosophy into results and long-term success, visionary companies build observable behaviors and tangible mechanisms in 5 ways. Number 1. Big, hairy, audacious goals, BHAGs. BHAGs are the kind of go goals that are ambitious, demanding, and challenging. The end goal is so enticing that organizations are incredibly motivated to work hard and reach the end. Good BHAGs are clear and compelling, are aligned with the core ideology, are constantly replaced by another one once they are achieved, and they come with a high level of goal commitment and belief and push one outside one's comfort zone. Number 2. Cult-like cultures. Visionary companies are cult-like. You are either in or out. They are great places to work for only those who buy into the core ideology. Those who don't fit in with the ideology are ejected like a virus. Although the concept of a cult usually gets a bad reputation, cult-like cultures actually encourage companies and employees to work harder towards their BHAGs. The feeling of being part of something big and powerful is an excellent motivator. Number 3. Try a lot of stuff and keep what works. Visionary companies do plan, but many of the best moves came from experimentation, accidents, and trial and error. Experimenting is absolutely fundamental for visionary companies when coming up with and developing new products and services. The goal is to keep trying until something works and then stick with it. Number 4. Homegrown management. Visionary companies practice promotion from within, bringing to senior levels only those who've spent significant time steeped into the core ideology of the company. Promotion from within preserves the core and provides continuity of leadership and preserves quality. In contrast, non-visionary CEOs are often hired externally and don't groom the next leadership. Number 5. The end of the beginning. A visionary company is never content with good enough. They're constantly asking themselves how they can do better tomorrow and the next day and the next. These questions become the driving force behind the company. Continuous improvement is not just a program or process. It's an institutionalized habit, a way of life. It means doing everything possible to make the company better tomorrow than it is today. It can be easy to get complacent once you've become the market leader. To combat complacency, visionary companies embed mechanisms to create discomfort and instill a ruthless self-discipline. Built to Last by Jim Collins proves to be a compelling read for entrepreneurs seeking to build their own visionary companies, and for business professionals seeking to be a part of visionary companies. At the very least, it provides the reader with valuable insights and anecdotal stories about companies that have changed our world and touch our lives today. To be a visionary company, you need two important elements. You need to have a well-established core ideology and a clear envisioned future. Collins explains that these two elements can be considered the yin-yang and are the building blocks for any visionary company.